I tried very hard to be as careful and do as little as I could and get through each day.
Putting your life in jeopardy.
Putting my life in jeopardy.
Nick says the last time she used cocaine on stage was during this concert, live at Red Rocks in 1986. She came home and went straight to Betty Ford.
So you stopped using cocaine?
Right. That was a major deal.
However,
that was the stepping stone to something far worse.
Far worse was an addiction to prescription drugs. Fresh out of rehab, a psychiatrist put Nix on a tranquilizer. The drug? Klonopin.
And the doctor says
this is going to make sure that you don't, return to cocaine.
But quickly, Klonopin became the problem. Generally prescribed for seizures and panic attacks, experts say it should not be taken for more than 9 weeks. But Nick says she took Klonopin for 8 years. And she would ultimately learn Klonopin is highly addictive and can have side effects like depression and weight gain.
So I went up to 175 pounds, and I'm only 5'1". After being a rock and roll sex symbol for all that time, and then all of a sudden to be this little fat girl was just so unacceptable to me. I could see the disappointment in people's faces when they'd see me walk in, and I would just go like, oh, I'm so sorry I'm not the Stevie that you used to love, I'm so sorry I'm not her anymore.
You performed heavy at one point in Los Angeles, and when you walked off the stage...
That's it. That's it. Either I lose this weight or we are not going back on stage, because I cannot not look like Stevie Nicks. I created this image. I created the clothes, the hair, the whole look. If I can't be her, then I'm not going to go on anymore. Klonopin destroyed my brain, destroyed my creativity.
In 1994, her album had failed. Nick says she had had enough. She went back into rehab, only this time it was much worse.
It took 47 days for me to detox from Klonopin, and it was horrible. My hair turned gray. My skin molted. I couldn't sleep. I was in so much pain. Legs aching, muscle cramps where you're like this. The rock star in me wanted to get in a limousine and go to Cedars-Sinai and say, give me some Demerol because I am in pain. And the other side of me said, you will fight out this 47 days. I'm tired. I'm thirsty.
Her first solo post-Klonopin CD was released this spring, Trouble in Shangri-La. It hit the charts at number 5. It is, in part, a collaboration with Sheryl Crow, who has occasionally joined Stevie on her current tour.
She's really so dear to me now. And she's like, 15 years younger than I am. And so really, if I'd had her very young, she could, be my daughter.
What advice have you given her?
Don't fall in love with a rock star.
That's a rule.
In my book, it's a rule. It's an invitation to heartache. They're out there on the road, and they're meeting lots of girls. And, 8 months into a tour, when you're in Omaha, and there is nobody there and you're lonely, you just can't ask them to sit in their room and watch a movie. It's the way of the beast,
And she does know. After Lindsey Buckingham, Nix had an affair with Mick Fleetwood, Don Henley, and 2 other members of the Eagles. And she readily admits there were lots of others, but not now.
I haven't been with anybody for a long time.
Would you like it?
I would like it if I could find somebody who could understand my life. But it's not fun to watch the big black limousine drive Stevie away. And it's like, I'll see you in 6 weeks or I'll see you in 6 months. This doesn't make for good relationships.
You said that you've paid a big price.
It's the price. No children, no husband. My particular mission maybe wasn't to be a mom and a wife. Maybe my particular mission was to write songs to make moms and wives feel better.
If family life wasn't for her, music was. Writing it, singing it.
But I'm afraid soon there'll be no light.
Late one night, she played for me.
I've never taken a music lesson, so I have no idea. I can't really play like a real piano player. Has anyone ever written anything for you? In all your darkest hours.
And your music does touch people deeply.
And that's what I wanted. I wanted to affect people with my songs. You know I'd rather be alone.
So it's not an oxymoron to be 53 and a rock star.
What else would I be at this point? I love going out there and singing. That's what I love to do.
After her tour concludes, Stevie Nicks will team up with her old bandmates from Fleetwood Mac to record a new CD, for which she has already written